This is a tarot reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Tarot is not fortune telling. I will not tell you anything that you don't already know. This is just a tool for your soul's expansion. So if you're okay with that, we're going to go ahead and get straight into the reading. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. At the bottom of the deck, you do have the Fool card. So what you don't see coming is you taking a new journey, stepping into like spontaneity, like you trusting life, trusting to free fall through life. Yeah, just really taking a journey, not having, you don't have to have like all these things planned out, all of these like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like he has a small pack with him. He doesn't have all of this experience and all of these like items that he's taking with him. He's not taking his whole life with him. He's not burdened by, you know, the weight of all this stuff that he's trying to carry with him onto this journey. He's just taking what he needs and going on this journey. And some people may think he's a fool. It's called the Fool card, but it doesn't matter because he knows that at the end of this journey he'll be self-actualized, and it will end with the World card, which is a whole new cycle beginning. So what you don't see coming is you going on this new journey. You also have the Seven of Cups. So this is you. Yeah. Okay, so I feel like for you, Libra, this is about like a disappointing relationship maybe that you are leaving behind because it wasn't fulfilling emotionally. And that stems from your relationship with yourself. So although this could be reflected through your relationships, where you need to look at yourself and see where are you not in a relationship with yourself, not your own soulmate, not taking care of yourself, respecting yourself, loving yourself the way that you want a partner to, because how can you attract someone who feels that way and does those things and acts that way for you if you can't do that for yourself? And so you're attracting people who are also not taking care of themselves, not loving themselves, and so they can't love you, and it just goes like that. So with the Seven of Cups, this is like choosing different, that you have these options, and maybe you haven't chose the best options so far. You've chosen situations where it's presented as one thing, but it turns out to be something else. It looks so good, it looks loving, it looks like it's gonna be a treat, and it ends up being a trick, because these are all these gifts that he gets to sift through. But some of them look like gifts and they're really like a snake or something like that. So being able to sift through the options, the relationships, the creative outlets, like emotional investments, whatever you're emotionally investing in, being able to choose the things that are actually good for you, that aren't just triggering your ego or playing into your insecurities, or, you know, like pandering to your insecurities, pandering to your ego. Because, like, for example, like if somebody says that they want support, but then they don't want to hear the truth of what you have to say, they don't really want support, they want enablement. And they mask it as empathy. I want you to be empathetic and supportive of me, but they don't want to hear when you have any real advice for the mistakes that they're making. And then they say you're not being supportive, and it's like, no, you just want to be enabled. So it's like that, it could be relevant to some people, but that's just like an example of something presenting itself like, I want your support, but I don't want your real support. It's like, okay, so being able to pick through like relationships and things like that, like just emotional investments. Don't fully emotionally invest in something that is not going to give you the return that you deserve or want. Yeah, with the Two of Cups, creating partnership with someone else, loving, like in love, but also with yourself, because you cannot have harmonious relationships with other people. You cannot, and you will not, until you have one with yourself. It's just the law of the world. It's like, you cannot attract people who love themselves if you don't love yourself. You will only attract people into your life who are on the same wavelength as you. And that's why people fall away in our life, because they're just no longer on the same wavelength. And so whether you leave them or they do something that they in which they remove themselves or whatever it is that was meant to happen, but it's like, it's because you've up leveled, so these people fall away, or you've downgraded, and so now you're attracting these like nasty people. It's that kind of thing. I do see the 5 of Swords, so somebody feels like they got away with something. There's some sort of like tricky communication, or like taking everything for yourself, or winning at all costs. Getting the last word in is like my mantra for this card. Is like, not mantra, but like the phrase that comes to mind, because it's like somebody who just wants to be right so bad that they will, it doesn't matter if they offend other people or hurt other people in the process. It's like, I won. It's like, sure you did. Whatever you need to tell yourself. There's something about people trying to win, or like maybe you convinced yourself that these things are okay, and that's you tricking yourself, being deceptive to yourself, you lying to yourself to convince yourself that these things are good for you, or whatever it is. The 4 of Cups is representing disconnect. You're not connecting with what's being presented to you or what you have in your life emotionally, and you're really focused on what's not working out and what you don't like and wanting more, but you're not able to see that you have opportunities or relationships or support, but like that you're just not looking at right now. So there is something there for you that can be emotionally fulfilling, that you should invest in emotionally, but you're not seeing it at this moment, because you're focused on all the things that aren't working out, how these people deceived you or treated you or talked to you this way, or how you did that to yourself, and how could I have been so dumb to invest in these relationships that just obviously now I can see the red flags and blah blah blah. It's like, that's unfortunate, but just take the lesson and move forward with it. I know it's like easier said than done, but this is just what's coming up for you in the cards, is like making better choices and emotionally investing in things that are going to mirror back to you what you want. Also, it's like, what emotions are you subscribing to? So when we're going to feel these emotions, everything's going to make us feel these emotions. And you don't have to subscribe to them. You don't have to be like, yes, I accept this emotion as like my baseline. I'm going to just feel this now. It's like, you can choose happiness. You can choose to relieve yourself of anxiety. You can choose to relieve yourself of hurt, all these kind of things. It's easier said than done, of course, but you can ride the wave of the emotion, or you can let it take you under. It's like, you need to be able to figure out what that is for yourself. You also have the 5 of Cups immediately after the 4 of Cups. So, things didn't work out, or, just like crying over spilled milk. It's like still focusing on, you're having a hard time not getting over this thing that has happened, that has left you feeling emotionally drained and just like unhappy with what you have. But there is, after the 5 of Cups, there's something about going back to your roots and going and healing your inner child and things like that. Hold on one second. Burning my leftovers while I'm doing this reading. Anyways, you will be able to like reparent yourself and heal something within yourself and find joy again and nostalgia and connect with family or connect with your roots or whatever that is. Connect with something that makes you feel young again. But yeah, you need to stop focusing on the things that didn't work out and aren't working out, and just giving to situations that aren't giving to you, that aren't leaving you feeling emotionally satisfied. We'll do some clarification cards. You have the Queen of Swords and the Three of Cups. So it would be helpful to focus on friendships right now, but also your perspective on friendships and relationships in general, your perspective on co-creation and working with others, celebrating with others. Also, your boundaries. Maybe you need to set some boundaries with people in your life. Maybe they're your friends who can kind of like egg you on or push you into situations. I've had people in my life that when I was going through hard times, and I was like deranged because I was just emotionally unwell, and I don't say that like I was like truly psychotic, but like the decisions I was making were clouded very heavily because I was in a vulnerable state and I was in a confused state and I was emotionally unwell and all these things, and so I made like decisions that were just so dumb, but I had somebody egging me on to make those decisions. And it's like, this person I thought was my friend, I thought was my family, I thought loved me, and but they're like a secret hater. So it's like something about that could resonate for some of you. It's like, who, like, are the people who support you giving you real support, or are they enabling you to make terrible decisions because it makes them feel better about themselves, because they can only relate to you when you are low and things like that. Like, that's just like sick energy that you need to siphon out of your life if that's relevant for you. If it's not, but I feel like it is, because it's like the Queen of Swords is like setting boundaries. It's like she has her stinger out. Some people say this is associated with Scorpio. It's like the stinger. It's like, I will hurt you before you could ever hurt me. That could be a thing too for you. But yeah, I feel like just setting boundaries with friendships, or setting boundaries with how much that you celebrate and party, maybe for some of you. You do have the Justice card. So scales being balanced. There's something karmically that's going to be happening, like a karmic milestone where you're able to learn a lesson or whatever that is, and it's going to make you feel like you're able to invest in other people again, but you're gonna just be careful of emotional immaturity, because the Page of Cups is kind of like, they don't know what they're offering. They're offering something, but it's like a fish. It's not even a cup full of water. It's like an empty cup with a fish. It doesn't even really make sense because they're not mature enough yet. And so it's like, before you try to go towards something, you have the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Before you try to go for something, make sure that you're emotionally sound. Like, don't make decisions, don't make permanent decisions on temporary emotions. That's what that's telling me. Because the karmic backfire is what you will deal with, whether that's good or bad. It's like, it will happen. And the Three of Swords is like choosing to be in pain. Are you choosing to be in pain? Are you choosing heartbreak? Are you choosing heartbreak by treating yourself badly and then choosing people that treat you badly to affirm that you deserve to be treated badly? Like, you believe that you will never find happiness, and so you keep choosing people who are showing you that you deserve unhappiness. It's like, whatever you believe, whatever you're choosing to subscribe to as your internal dialogue is what is going to be mirrored back to you, because you're looking for proof. If you're looking for proof of pain, you will find pain. So choosing to take this journey and surrendering to life and not subscribing to this overall theme of pain and heartbreak and disappointment and treachery, and you know, it's like, you need to be firm in your boundaries with yourself, with the people in your life, the people who you have relationships with. You need to accept the karma that's being played out, because it's for you, whether you feel like it's a good karma or bad karma, whatever you feel like it is. There is no good and bad, there just is. But whatever it feels like to you, you need to accept that is what it is, and you need to accept how you got there and why you got there. And also know what you're giving to people. You can't start a relationship with the Page of Cups energy, because that's immature energy, and so you will just get that fired back to you. So I think you need to go on a journey of self. You need to go on a journey by yourself. You need to go within. You need to trust life, surrender to life. And I see independence, and I see moving forward here. Let's go ahead and pull an oracle card. If you hear scratching sounds, it's my dog trying to get in. I don't let her in when I'm doing tarot readings though, because she snores the whole time. You have the card Victory, number 40. I'm going to read this to end your reading. Falcon heralds victory on the horizon. She dares to accept all challenges. Now you must focus like Falcon on the end goal and discipline yourself to actualize your inner vision. There's no time for mindless activities. Focus like a laser on what needs to be done and do it. Something special is waiting to be developed, but it requires your steadfast commitment. What you most desire may take months or years, but do not rush for completion. Timing will play in your favor if you endure the long journey. Falcon's medicine shares that the key to your victory is discipline. Do not lean on motivation to carry you through, because your journey motivation will often vanish. On your journey, motivation will often vanish for a time, and you must discipline yourself to push through no matter what. What you desire is attainable, and what you long to do in this life is yours, but you must work for it. Falcon's medicine suggests you create a commitment of just 20 minutes a day working towards your goal. Now, more than ever, is the time you must take steadfast action and have unwavering faith. You will succeed. Do not give up. Keep going. Something beyond your wildest dreams awaits you to capture it. Falcon's medicine is an honor to have chosen in your spread today. It brings you medicine of victory, but remember, it comes to you through your discipline. So discipline equals freedom. So yeah, just do the small little choices of making sure you choose yourself every day and in every situation, conversations, things like that. I hope you guys like this reading. If it resonated, let me know how in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.